Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Oh My God Teggy here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about 5 ways to prevent your Acura Integra from being stolen. Now, some of these could be applied to different cars, but they mainly focus on the Acura Integra and some other Hondas. But yeah, so let's just go ahead and jump straight into this. So starting us off with number 1, this one definitely prevents anybody that's trying to steer your car from even getting in. So what it is taking the back handles from a 4-door Integra and swapping them to the front. So if you notice on the outside of this door, it does have a keyhole. Now I've heard a lot of people, you could literally get in with almost any Honda key. I've heard that you could get in with like a Prelude key and stuff like that. So you can literally start the car and also open the door with any Honda key. Basically, you just have to jiggle it a little bit. So they are very easy to break into. So what people do is they actually take the handles from the back doors on a 4-door Integra and put it on their door. I think this is the only one with the keyhole, that one doesn't. So you would only need 1, but I'd rather have 2. Now you can also do this with the 4-door too. You just have to find another 4-door at the junkyard and swap it again with the back door to the front. So that's definitely a very easy way to prevent someone from stealing your car or even getting in. Now they could break the window, but honestly, breaking the window is just going to cause too much attention, so they're not going to be able to get in. So moving on into number 2 is get a quick release steering wheel. Now this applies to a lot of cars, obviously, not only the Acura Integra, but I actually have one right here. If you guys have watched my channel before, this is kind of a cheap wheel. The little horn button fell out. I need to get a new steering wheel, but still don't really have the money. But yeah, so my whole quick release setup is I have an NRG hub with just some random ass quick release on here, and it's actually pretty good. I only paid $30 for this, and I think for the hub I paid somewhere around $70. So together it was about $100. So not too bad, honestly, and it definitely is a very good safety feature. Now, I know some of the NRG hubs, you could also get this little thing where it's literally a lock that you could put on your hub where your steering wheel goes. So every time you get in the car, you have to take a key, unlock it, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But honestly, if you really do not want your car to get stolen, that is definitely another safety option. So that would be really cool. I'm not sure how much that is. I haven't really looked into it, but I've definitely seen it on some other people's cars. But yeah, definitely a way to keep someone from stealing your car, because they're not going to be able to steer it very well and they'll probably crash it down the road. But yeah, that's definitely a really good mod for your car anyways, and it definitely prevents people from stealing it. So moving on, is number 3 is disconnecting the fuel pump relay. Now what this basically does is the fuel pump no longer sends fuel to the engine, so when they're trying to start it, it's not going to start. So they're not going to mess around looking around in here to try to start it up, just trying to figure out what's wrong, because you're going to look too suspicious. But yeah, so it is kind of bulky, so when you take it out, you're gonna probably have to put it in your house, or you know, just take it out if you're like somewhere very, very sketchy where you don't normally park, or just a bad neighborhood or something. That's when I would actually take that out. But honestly, other than that, I'd probably leave it in because it is so bulky. Now you could just take it out. You could even hide it somewhere in the car where somebody's not gonna find it at all, just so you always have it, or hide it in a friend's car that's not going to get stolen, which you don't know it's not going to get stolen, but if they drive like a minivan or something, you're pretty safe. But yeah, so that's definitely another way to prevent your Integra, or any other car for that matter, to not get stolen. So moving on, it's number 4 is an alarm system. Now I have one in this car. A lot of people probably do as well, but if you don't already have one, I definitely suggest you pick one up. Now there's some out there that actually have a fuel pump cutoff on it, so if it's getting stolen, it'll cut the fuel. So that's really cool. You can get one like that. Now mine, I like it because even if somebody sticks their key in the door and tries to open it, it still goes off even if it is the right key. Now that can get annoying for me sometimes, but I never really use my key to get in my door. I just use my little clicker. So yeah, so that's really cool. So if anybody's even sticking something in the door, it's probably going to go off and scare them away. But yeah, so definitely another way to prevent someone from stealing your car is an alarm. Now moving on to the 5th and final one here is a tracking device for your car. Now the reason this one is actually in last place here is because a lot of these you actually have to pay a monthly fee from what I found online so far. So that does suck, but I don't know how much it is. It can't be that expensive even if it is a monthly fee. You just stick it on your car and you can find your car whenever you want. And they're actually pretty detailed. They have a nice device, GPS and stuff like that. So if you really do want to make sure your car is secure and you could always find it even if it is stolen, I would definitely suggest putting one of those in. Now, I haven't done too much research on it, but like I said, from what I found, a lot of them actually have monthly fees. But it was actually really funny because when I was researching this, I found this guy on some forum, and basically what he did was he left an iPhone inside his car and he used the Find My iPhone app, and I guess it worked like that. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I guess if you have an extra iPhone laying around, maybe you could do that, but it's kind of hard to keep it charged in your car. But yeah, so that guy was pretty cool. He put the iPhone in his car and he was able to find it that way. But anyways, that's basically it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the 5 ways to prevent your Integra from being stolen. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out, guys.